allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brief moment of silence to remember also John Apple, who passed from our presence this week, a great man. Thank you. Roll call.
Persing? Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner? Henry? Eister?
We have the final public hearing on the competitive grant. Jamie, would you take us through that, please?
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for being here. There's a sign-in sheet going around for the final public hearing for the competitive application for community development block grant funds for Chestnut Street Phase 2. And I also handed out some agendas for everyone. If you didn't get one and you want one, they are up here. This evening, again, is the second and final public hearing that we're obligated to have according to the federal regulations that govern the CDBG program. As you all know by now, on Chestnut Street, we are doing a complete reconstruction. We have started with Phase 1, which is Front Street to 3rd Street. That is underway. And now we are looking for funding for the second phase, which will be 3rd Street to 10th Street. This competitive specifically deals with the utility improvements on that section of Phase 2. So the water, sewer, and stormwater improvements that have been discussed are looking for funding under this specific grant application. It is estimated that the project will cost $1,162,355. $750,000 is what we are applying for with the CDBG competitive. The city also has CDBG entitlement funds from what will be 2015 allocated to this project, and then some local funding will also be necessary to complete the budget should it come in at that $1.2 million mark. Basically this evening the point is to get any additional comments from the public, anyone that might have any comments or questions on the project. But first, just a quick review of the resolution. At the next council meeting on May 11th, I will ask council to take action to approve this resolution, which basically says that the council is able to apply for the CDBG funds. They've undertaken the community participation process, such as these public hearings and notices that are necessary, and that the mayor is then authorized to sign all of the application documents. So again, we'll take action on that at the meeting in 2 weeks on May 11th. Is there any public comment or discussion on this project at this point? Any questions? All right, if there aren't any public comments, then that's all we need to do for the public hearing. Again, the sign-in sheet is around, so just let it lay back there. When you're done, I'll pick it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Any audience comment on any of the agenda items? Hearing none, we will move to the bikeway proposal, Park SRI. We have someone here to formally present that.
Bikeway proposal?
Pardon?
What was
The bikeway proposal?
There's nobody here.
Would you like to postpone this until next meeting?
Yeah, I thought Bob was going to be here to do that, so I'm not sure. He may just be right behind.
Okay. Well, if he comes in later, we'll go back to that. Okay. We have a bid opening for the Oppenheimer Playground. John.
Yes, we have one bid received for the repaving of the courts on the Oppenheimer Playground. The courts are located on the North River side of the playground to pleasure grounds. And the bid is from GNR Charles Excavating, Worth Treverton.
This is advantage for Gary, we're going to throw that over.
total amount of the bid is $34,500. $34,500. That includes the prep work, which is the milling, the paving, and also includes the line repainting. And there are a lot of bid requirements which will need to be reviewed. There is a bid bond, which is the most important thing tonight to be reviewed, and it is 10%, which is an agreement with the minimum amount of bid security. Miles, you want to look at this?
Yes, I do. Why don't you wrap it up and then we can pass it across.
All right, then Terry will make copies for myself and Jamie, and we'll do the review on that, and then Terry will retain the chain of custody of the original.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
This is a CDBG funded project. The bid is over the CDBG amount that's allocated currently. However, you do have funding available in a couple other activities. For example, we did a code enforcement planning activity last year that there is $5,444 available. And then there's also some other activities that have not moved forward. So we do have the ability to rebudget more funds into this project. What I would recommend this evening, since there's one bid and we have to do a rebudget of funds anyway, is that, Terry, if you want to scan that in and send it, like you said, to John and myself, we'll review it. I will prepare the letter to DCD, ask their approval of award, since we only got one bid. They do have to give us permission to make that award. They generally do grant that permission, provided we follow the proper procedure, which we did, so that shouldn't be any issue. And then I will prepare the budget revision in order to put enough money in it so that by the end of next month, they're ready to get started and they can get on that project then in June, July. Is that good for you?
Yeah. Jim, what was originally?
The original allocation to this project is $33,660, but we have to take out the funds for environmental review and Davis Bacon, so you have $30,000 for the project, and then that also then includes your engineering costs with your engineers, so. And it's not being donated, so. So.
I'll donate $1 of it.
So when I figure out with your engineer what his final cost will be on the project, and we'll revise the budget enough to make sure we cover all those costs. And at the next meeting, we should be able to award, if that's all right with everyone. I think that'll be the best way to go.
Michael, would you summarize the process and then we'll. Sure. Jamie, if you'll listen carefully that I do, right?
Yep.
But I assume that if someone here at this table made a motion, it would be a motion to approve the bid as proposed by GNR Charles Excavating, since they are the sole bidder, and it's contingent upon final review by the city engineer.
Yes, basically, you can take action this evening to that effect if you wish, or we can just wait till the next meeting and take action.
Whatever works best for you.
I think if we wait till the next meeting, then we can make sure we have everything in place and DCD's all right with it, so.
So for now, we'll table this,
Yes.
and I bet by the next time the city engineer will have reviewed it.
Yes,
So we're good to go. I'm passing it down.
sounds good.
Okay, we have some resolutions for public nuisance properties. Michael? Yes, on these resolutions, this is based on the new law for eminent domain actions and public nuisance. And with the public nuisance law as it is today, you'll be acting, number one, as a board of health, but also number two, it's important that we do one at a time and not as a grouping. So if you look at one address at a time. First one on my stack is 237 Pine Street in Sunbury. And the resolution is before you, declaring it a health hazard. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Roll call.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Shipman?
Yes. Okay, the next one is 714 North 7th Street, same resolution. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Henry. Ister.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
And 460 North Front Street, same resolution. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Ister.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Okay. We have had correspondence from our actuary on our police pension fund. For the last number of years, they have been using a cost of living increase assumption of 4%. After discussions with the actuary, it's been determined that we are able to reduce that computation to 3%, which will greatly assist in the funding percentage. In fact, it will decrease the unfunded actuarial accrued liability of the plan by $485,999. So this is a good thing for the city. If inflation begins to increase again, we may obviously have to increase this at a later time. But right now, it helps the pension plan be closer to solvent. Entertain a motion to approve the change from 4% to 3%.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Ister.
Yes.
Dale, we have a road closure?
Yes, the group that puts on the Christian K-5 for Kids Marley Mission are requesting a road closure for next year already. It starts up on North 4th Street, so I'll make that formal motion.
Second?
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry. Ister.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes. We have invoices in the amount of $253,735.69 in the general fund, and we do not have any invoices for liquid fuels this month. Make a motion, we pay our bills.
Henry.
Yes.
Ister.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Okay, any audience comment?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to advise the council and the citizens that the Shikellamy prom is this Saturday. Walnut Street will be shut down temporarily for a few hours, around between 4 and 5, so the kids can pull in and do the prom walk. So it'll be temporary just for a couple hours. After the prom walk, we'll open it back up, but just minor inconvenience for a couple hours, so everybody's aware. That's all.
What part of Walnut Street will be closed?
It's between 4th and 10th. So we'll try to keep local traffic open, but most of it will be closed off for the kids to pull in.
What time is the prom?
The prom starts at 6 or 7, but the prom walk starts at 6, I believe, so it's 7. The prom walk starts at 6, but the kids will be coming in for pictures, and the prom walk between 4 and 6, somewhere around
4 to 6.
Thank you.
Okay, any other audience comment?
John, I just want to, I'm sorry, real quick, I forgot to say that I wanted to let you know, I put together an application for some PennDOT funding through the Safe Route to School program that we were notified is available. PennDOT specifically did ask that we did say that we could put in an application for Chestnut Street, so I wanted to let you know that I did pull that together. I worked with Steve Herman and our MPO to get that submitted. So he's going to be sending that to the district to review, and then hopefully the state will favorably review that to spend some of this money that they have available. Terry does have a copy of that application, so
Okay,
just wanted
is
to
that,
be
is that,
aware.
are those funds earmarked at this time?
They are not earmarked for anything in particular at this time.
Have you seen this proposal on the bike path that would?
That is something you may want to look into.
Okay.
This funding, the funding has not been widely discussed because I think my perception is that it's funding from projects that have not moved forward in the past, and the state has not actually sent out a request for projects yet. Cheryl had learned about it at a training she went to at the downtown center, and that's how I found out, and I pursued that line. So they said we could go ahead and submit for it. I believe they'll probably put out a request for projects, but yeah, it's something that maybe, I'm not familiar, I've heard of that project, I'm not real familiar with it, but it might be something you want to get in touch with the district, with PennDOT about. that might work as well, because it is for bike facilities, for biking to school as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Russell, you had your hand up?
Yes, sir. Regina Russell, community activist and candidate for city council. I'd like to know if anyone on the council can tell me what happened to the trees that were chopped down on Chestnut.
The contractor took them
Did he pay us any money?
for the trees.
Yes, sir. Would people buy wood?
Well, that was in the contract itself,
What was in the contract?
that we paid him to take the trees down, and he had to remove the brush and the trees.
And people usually, I'm sure that that person could sell the wood and make money from the trees that was in the, that's where I'm going.
That's possible, yes.
Okay. So we didn't, the city didn't get anything because we were happy that they chopped the trees down and took them away.
Yes.
Thank you. Jamie, I don't know if you know the answer to this question while you're here.
Okay.
How many federal grants has the city received that offer jobs?
That offer jobs?
Yeah, you know, usually when the city has so many federal grants that the more grants the city has, then it gives that opportunity for the city to offer jobs to the citizens or residents of that city.
All of the federal grants that I deal with, that the city gets, do have the regulations that come along with that if there are jobs to be created, that they be offered to city residents and whatnot. None of them that we have received have required any jobs to be created outside of the contract, you know, having to hire a contractor to do that kind of work.
Now, would the city come to you to get those type of grants? Would you be the person that fills out the grants?
Most likely not. I specifically focus on the community development side of the community development block grant, which is an entitlement grant the city gets every year through DCED. Other special grant opportunities that I've been talking about are specific to the Chestnut Street project. Other than that, no, the Sherrill is usually the one that handles those kind of things in the city.
Sure, is the person you talk to.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other comment? Okay, we have some announcements. Rick, you want to talk about the cleanup dates?
The spring cleanup will be tomorrow and Thursday, and then next Tuesday and Thursday, from 8 to 7 at the Municipal Authority. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Dale, you want to say something about selling the truck?
Yeah, last month we brought up, we're out bid for 1970 Chevy dump truck. Bid was back.
Okay, if you're interested, the bids must be back by May 11th. Free mulch, Saturday, May the 9th, 7:30 to noon, or until it's gone. There was a nice pile there a week or so ago. I see you're still working on that, so if you'd like some free mulch, you can avail yourself of that on Saturday, May the 9th, from 7:30 till noon. Not hearing any further.
I do have an announcement. The American Red Cross is starting a new fire prevention program that will last for 5 years. They're going to be giving away free smoke alarms and installing them. There's no income requirement, no age requirement. The contact person for that would be Edna Reinhardt, and that's R-E-I-N-A-R-D. She is the disaster program specialist. Telephone number is 570-850-4664. If you've just replaced any smoke alarms in your home, the new ones have lithium batteries, so you don't have to replace the batteries every year. It would be a 10-year, last for 10 years, as well as the equipment. It's a very good program. It's no cost to anyone that calls the telephone number. I do have some flyers that I can hand out here, and just take advantage of a very good opportunity.
Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.
Thanks.
No, I'm having another 20 minutes over your time.
Here, ladies, here you go. You just give them a call, they'll come in, schedule an appointment. Yes, absolutely. Schedule an appointment and they will come to your house and they will install it.